Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, I am encountering one of my heroes. Well, truthfully, I'm a fan of the blue and the green variants of this model line, but there's no denying that the 2001 model year Rolex Cosmograph Daytona Beach series was an absolute showstopper. Three mother-of-pearl dials in blue, yellow, and of course hot pink as shown right here. There was a fourth with a chrysoprase dial in green. All of these watches a striking aesthetic that diverges substantially from the stolid and sensible look of Rolex sports watches. This is a timepiece that is nicknamed the Daytona Beach, but it could equally be nicknamed the Miami Beach, and it's more of that sensibility. The timepiece 40 millimeters in diameter in 18 karat gray gold. That's a white gold alloy that is homogeneous white all the way through and never needs to be rhodium plated. The watch is 40 millimeters but only 12 millimeters thick, and you can see on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist it fits quite easily because with no solid end links and a bracelet to match, the timepiece is only 47.4 millimeters across the wrist and 20 millimeters between the lugs. So this wears well on a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference. The strap is an unusual piece, as it's one of the precious few occasions you will see a modern Rolex factory strap that is neither calfskin nor alligator, but still very much leather. Lizard leather. And how do I know? Well, it says so. Lizard in hot pink. How gorgeous is that? Matching monotone stitch. You can see this one features a shear-sided arrangement that shows you the layers of construction. It's nicely integrated with a conforming end piece. Doesn't flare beyond the lugs, but it does integrate the attachment of the strap to the case. Moving down, you can see this is an old school Rolex white gold clasp. Folding, as you can see, it features a clamshell lock, straight through polish, satin shoulders, and then there are multiple anchoring points inside the clasp. So let me show you this to advantage. There are multiple anchoring points so you can fine-tune the length. There are also several strap lengths available, but try the fine-tuning first. Okay, white gold clasp to match a white gold watch, but you can see this is old school 90s style Rolex clasp design. The watch, however, is far more contemporary. You can see the middle large dot in the tri-dot arrangement denoting a white gold trip-lock Rolex crown, a handsome and fluid case form. The light dances across this one almost like the dancing flame of a fire. It's anything but the modern squared-off shear-sided Rolex supercase. Nothing slab about this one. Gracefully arcing from lug to lug. It's capped by a white gold bezel to match, and you can see it as a tachymeter bezel. Daytona Beach. Bonneville before Bonneville. Daytona was the place during the 40s and 50s where manufacturers would compete in the flying mile, and you would see daredevils taking their land speed record cars to try to break the record on what was then the sand before the salt of Bonneville. While motorsports moved to the speedway after the 1950s, Daytona, the speedway, was constructed and succeeded the flying miles and the speed records on the beach, which moved out to Bonneville. However, this watch is still very much of the motorsports mentality with that units per hour, so you can decide whether it's miles per hour or kilometers. The dial, super striking in mother of pearl in pink, and I should mention that it has an almost three-dimensional effect, as it seems as though the indices themselves and everything that's printed, such as the text or the calibrations of the seconds track, they appear to float above the dial rather than sitting in the dial. So it's almost like you look past them and the dial has a depth, almost as though the base of it is moving far below the surface. You can see that there are polished chapter rings for the sub-registers, white gold hands, white gold Rolex crown. You can see everything is 18 karat gray gold, that special white gold, to match the case, and all of that is gold so that it doesn't tarnish or oxidize. You have what is essentially an ageless dial. Tri-register, hours, minutes, and seconds of day, hours, minutes, and seconds for the chronograph, screw-down crowns, 100-meter water resistance. This one has some of the best column wheel action you'll ever encounter. It's an early Rolex in-house caliber 4130. You can see the column wheel makes it crisp. The vertical clutch means it starts without any stagger or jump, and because of the vertical clutch architecture, you can leave it running full time with no additional wear and tear if you just like to have your seconds at center to match the minutes and the hours. It has stop seconds, it has a 72-hour 3-day power reserve bi-directional winding, it beats away at 28,800 vibrations per hour, 44 joules, there's a full balance bridge with a free-sprung index for shock resistance, a pre-Parachrom blue Parachrom anti-magnetic hairspring, and it features an overcoil architecture to help the watch earn its COSC chronometer certification by taking that timing over 2 weeks in 5 positions. The timepiece, of course, highly refined, Rolex through and through. This was only the second year of the in-house Rolex caliber, upgraded on almost every way over the prior Zenith El Primero. The movement has become ubiquitous in the modern era, so you need to cloak it in something that is completely unique. You rarely see these Daytona Beach models out in the open. Not too many of them were made, and not too many show up on the market. The ultimate ambition of a hardcore Rolex collector would be to collect all 4, but if you're into pink, hot pink, maybe even Miami Beach neon pink, you need to consider the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona Beach in white gold.